So you know I got to lean in.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another lean for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm here with somebody's fave, Jamie. Not that says no. I'm glad to have you
Somebody.
back, Jamie. It's been
I
such
know,
a
it's good to
long
see
time.
you.
I know you've been so busy working and stuff.
People
And
people thought we fell out.
we did, but
We-
we come together for the lean.
You said we did.
No.
We did. It's up and stuck with you. It is fine.
Yep, yep.
Are we the
No.
new Dorit and Kyle?
Huh?
Are we the new Dorit and Kyle?
Yeah, but ours is actually real drama, real beef,
Held over from the cabin trip last year.
Yeah.
It was the traitors. I'm still mad.
Exactly.
I'm mad at you for voting me off.
Exactly. Shantae, it's Christmas over there, Shantae. Okay.
Shantae is festive. Hey, man.
Take my tree down. But I'm Lisa Barlow, so you gotta talk to the Lisas today.
Talk to her
instead of
nice.
me.
You are
Off
truly
the
living up to
tree.
the black stereotype that we don't take our trees down. So kudos. How you doing today?
Oh, I got one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel.
Oh
Right
no. So did you stuck your way to the top two?
No.
That's very inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Baby, listen, I wish I could. I wish I could.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I see y'all coming on in. This means it's gonna be a good night. Y'all are coming in because this episode was bananas, literally bananas. When I watch it, I don't really watch any of the Housewives live. I always watch them on Peacock, but this one specifically was uncensored and had all the things and more time on Peacock. And baby,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
never
watch it on
heard
Peacock.
women throw the F-bomb so many times in my life, but I
love
loved it. So we're gonna talk about it. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Next week is the reunion. I did not get the reunion looks. We already seen them, but we'll talk about it next week, child. We just put it all in one. Usually we'll talk about the looks, before, but we'll do it all in one next week when we come back from part one. We'll talk about the looks. We'll actually be able to see the looks for real, not just in picture. Because sometimes I will say the looks look like something in the photo, and then when they get on camera, it looks sometimes better, or it goes from worse to worse. So, like the video, and let's talk about it. So, last week I was here with Antonio, and we talked about everything that happened. They're still in Puerto Vallarta. Am I saying that right? I never knew if I was saying it right. I feel like
You better have that accent. Puerto Vallarta.
Is that
Yes.
Stay in Puerto Vallarta.
how you say it, Jamie?
Yes. Roll that on,
That's it.
Jamie. Roll
Puerto
it.
Vallarta.
Well, I want to make sure I'm saying it.
I love it. It is. It's good. You're good.
I had to make sure, but no. So they're in I'll say PVR.
There it is.
One of my favorite places to visit. I actually just booked the Airbnb to go there in May.
I love
So
it.
I'll be there in May.
I love that for you.
Thank you. So last week's episode, Meredith had a complete meltdown, breakdown. She was screaming behind the door, and saying, "I hope they're listening," and all these things, because she was upset that it was alluded that she had infidelity in her marriage. And so we pick up this week. We actually see Heather and Meredith first, and Meredith has her little sleeping blindy thing all looking crazy. And I'm just gonna say, like I said last week, I will say everybody has brought it this season, but nobody has had their ass beat like Meredith has this season. She, and mind you, it's probably all self-inflicted. She's gone from being handicapped to her bar mitzvah be going crazy to, now she got a damn scratched cornea. Then they said that she was alluded that she had infidelity. And then they said that she had an eating disorder. All these things, like she has had her head knocked against the wash machine all season.
Yep. She's gone through it. My God.
Too much.
My God.
But basically, in this conversation, it's a small talk. She kind of tries to apologize to Heather. Heather was like, why were you yelling at me? I was just trying to, do a little activity and show everybody that there's no video, there's no audio cameras or audio recordings in any rooms. And so she apologized, right? Nothing really there. So then they're going to lunch. And I actually thought that this theme we know that Lisa is so stuck on herself in every which way,
Yep.
so self-absorbed, right? I thought she put this thing together. Well, apparently Heather put it together. And it just made me, I'm like, you know what? Maybe she isn't as self-absorbed as she is, and she really is, but still. So Heather gets all the ladies together and she has them, put they basically come dressed as Lisa. So I'm assuming they all got the same wigs. Everyone's coming down and they're all, talking with their sunglasses on. I love this. I love that. Lisa comes down and Lisa is gagged. I mean, I will say she was genuinely gagged. I feel like she did not know this was going to happen. And she was just so happy that people were coming to be her, because I'm sure she thinks everybody wants to be her. Even I don't think that Mary didn't have a wig on top of her head, did she? But I mean,
Mary and Angie didn't.
Angie didn't.
Meredith did it.
But they all have black hair anyway. They're like, okay.
Yeah, Meredith.
Well, yeah. So,
and damn well, Mary ain't gonna participate. She was like, yeah, okay. I'm not dressing up like Lisa.
From Lisa's perspective, because I think she even said, she was like, "Oh, Mary, you did it too." So I think that was like the best Lisa she could give. But Mary, making no mistake, Mary did not want anyone calling her Lisa. She said, "But please don't call me Lisa." Whatever. So they go over and they order their drinks, order the food and stuff like that. And they're all messing with the waiter. First of all, the waiter was very irritated. I mean, he was trying to like, what the hell do y'all want?
He's like, "Lady, I'm working.
Right. And they just keep saying, "Oh my God, I love that. We're gonna have. I love that." I'm like, y'all are freaky. Y'all are annoying. I could not.
Annoying.
There could not be two Lisas in the room, any more than one, because one is enough, right? So then Heather asked all the ladies to give their impersonations, of Lisa. And they give them, Brittany gives the weirdest impersonation. Now, she made Lisa seem so sexual and provocative. And I'm like, that's not Lisa at all. But okay, Brittany, this is not the first time she's been a loser in this scene. But Whitney, she gives her impersonation and, she talks about what would she say? She was like, she said something, right? Whatever she says, she walks away. And as she walks away, Lisa sees the tag in the back. She's like, "Oh my God, there's a tag in the back of your shirt, girl." She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm taking this back." And she was like, "Okay, wait, that's not funny." And so it becomes a Whitney versus Lisa thing, as it always does. Because Whitney basically says, "Well, I thought I would just be my most superficial self. I'll be as fake as possible. And there are rumors of you returning your thing." So Lisa says it's not the case, and she basically tells her to take that fucking wig off your head. And she tries to snatch it off her head. She didn't snatch it off her head, and it just basically goes to a thing to where Lisa tells her, "Get the proof that you say you're gonna get about me, whatever you said I did, and when you get the proof, I'm gonna sue the hell out of you and take the house that you just owned." That you just bought. I mean, she was so mad. But the funniest thing was when Whitney said, "This, I'm taking this back." Like the gag on Lisa's face. Like,
Lisa said, "Okay, take my mic off. I don't want to play anymore." I'm not doing this. It was
so funny to me because I'm like, Whitney gagged the hell out of her. But I'll stop there and get you guys' thoughts. Actually, no. What I'll do is first wait. So as that happens, Brittany tries to defend Lisa, and in defending her, Mary tells her to hush because you were just recording people, girl. You think we forgot? She was like, she said, "Well, they may have gotten drunk and tipsy, but I didn't forget." And so, Brittany says, "Well, you recorded things, Mary," and Mary's like, "No, I didn't, girl. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything like that." So I think, for a moment, Brittany tries to find a moment to talk to Meredith about what happened with her. And Meredith straight up tells her, "Do not talk to me. I am not interested in you anymore." And Brittany takes offense. She walks off, starts crying. Angie goes and checks on her. Mary doesn't like it. And yeah, I'll stop here. Jamie.
I thought this was a really cute theme. Lisa's a very easy target. Lisa is so hypersensitive anytime anybody makes her look even remotely comical. So I knew it was going to be Whitney that did it, because Whitney has been poking this lady for 16 episodes, and her and Lisa literally, and I don't necessarily think it's instigating. Whitney is just doing what Whitney is supposed to be doing, annoying the hell out of Lisa because Lisa is an easy target. It's laughable how short fuse she is. Um, Brittany, oh my God, I've never seen somebody get beat up so much and just get right back up. And it's like, all right, y'all, well, maybe tomorrow. Like, Meredith, let that lady's deaf. She's losing her sight. She needs
Can't
contact
hear.
lenses. She needs like they're scratching her eyes out. Jen Shaw came out of prison early, busted her in the face. Like this lady has been through it. Like I feel so bad, but the thing, and we used to say this about the Housewives, particularly Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City always felt like a cast of women who got different scripts for the day's taping. And it's still what it is 5 seasons later. Like everybody is doing their own thing, and somehow it just works when nobody it knows what the other person is doing. I had a headache 10 minutes into it, but I wanted to keep going. Also, Shantae, you look gorgeous tonight. Like
And
you
the
you're
Lisa?
like glowing. No, you look beautiful tonight. Like you're glowing. Like, all right, I'm loving this. You look
I'll not be
good.
eating as Lisa, okay?
Are you giving Lisa right now too? Is this your version of Lisa, or is this just Shantae?
Oh, it's Lisa, and I love that you said that, Jamie. I love that.
I love that. I love it. I love that.
Shantae, what's your thoughts?
Well, it's Lisa.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Lisa.
Thank you.
I love that. I'm so sorry,
She
Lisa.
said, I'm only answering to Lisa. I'm
Okay.
only answering.
I mean, everybody wants to be Lisa,
Wear your
so.
sunglasses.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I bet you Whitney took them. She hating all the time, so but
Or did you take them back?
no, I think what you're saying about Meredith is so true. It's like, who scratched her eye out? I bet she probably has a conspiracy theory about like Brittany sneaking in her room and scratching her eye because she thinks Brittany bugged her room and all that. So I just feel like she's going through it right now. Poor Meredith. Sorry. And then when it comes to Whitney, I feel like Whitney ruined the lunch a little bit because everybody was vibing and having fun, and she had to make it, the dig at Lisa with the tags and all that. So I just feel like Whitney has been trying to make a moment all season,
Mhm.
and the hate or the beef that she has with Lisa's definitely going to carry over into next season. But I
Hmm.
don't think she should have made the appreciation lunch go that hard, especially if she knew she was going to be that nasty at the last dinner. So I don't know. I'm Team Lisa in this scene, and I think everybody was vibing. Everybody was like all chill until Whitney ruined it.
Mm.
Mm.
I would agree with you about Whitney. What so
Mhm.
I think in many moments where Lisa has kind of moved on from it, Whitney is always the one that kind of brings it back up. And what I'm tired of her saying is, "Will you shut the f up and listen to me?" I mean, she has said that so many times, and I think the fact that those exact words she said it. This is not like this. She said it twice in this episode alone. So I think she just, I get it. You want to, have this feud, but Lisa's kind of moved. She hasn't moved on, but she's moved on from arguing with you about it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I think Whitney is constantly trying to, like, she's doing her job. Like, I thought this was great. I didn't mind her doing what she did, but it's just every time she's constantly trying to, as they say, have a moment with Lisa. And I mean, Lisa has other fires to put out. She got other folks at the table that don't really care for her. She really only got one true friend at the table, which is Meredith. I mean, everybody else, they have some kind of issue with her in some capacity. So it was just like, Whitney, girl, find somebody that's to beef with, call Alibaba. I don't know.
Wait. You don't think Bronwyn is Lisa's true friend?
Cool.
Bronwyn?
No,
Oh, really?
no,
That's
not really.
interesting. Okay.
And yes, Sarah, even Lisa hugged her and thanked her for going along. Yeah, like when I could see if every time they meet up, Lisa is just like paying Whitney does, like even in just natural communication, but she's not. Like Sarah just said, when she saw her in the wig, she thanked her and hugged her. that was that on that. If this had been like Housewives of Atlanta, no shade, my girl Nene would have looked at her and kept moving. If this was in them shows, they would, you know what I'm saying? But she's actually being cordial, whereas Whitney is finding any moment to kind of try to have a moment.
Get at her.
I don't like.
Right? It's too much. Too much.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that on that. But as far as Mary, we'll talk about it more at the dinner scene. But when Mary was getting upset that Angie was checking on Bronwyn, I was like, I was like, Mary, no, Mary, please, like, come on, come back to us.
Get
girl.
mad at Brittany. She's right there. Cut Brittany out again.
Right. If
Brittany
find somebody else to go out on, just please, not no. But we'll talk about that more. And I see people in the chat saying Brittany they tired of running after Brittany crying. My thing is, here's the thing.
Meredith are whopping Brittany. Any chance they get.
Right. Meredith has. So, you know, if I were to go off, I would say some foul things in the most vulgar way. However, the way that Meredith the way she words things, you're vile, you're disgusting. I'm done with you. I'm sick. Like the way that she words it, you know, it just, I think she is making Brittany feel like she doesn't even want to exist in this world. Yeah, I hate that, but I don't think they're bullying her. I think Brittany is kind of, you know, has kind of done it to herself with this whole thing between Brittany and Meredith about the whole eating disorder. We haven't really seen that part. So hopefully at the reunion, we'll see more, maybe some hidden scenes where, because I know Meredith can be dramatic and a victim of a lot of things, but I don't think she will make this up. So I'm curious to know where is it staple that she made this insinuation on me? You know what I'm saying? Because Meredith has gone cold about it. That's just me.
She's stuck. And she's not moving off of it. Even if she's wrong, she's like, well, in my mind, it happened. So the pills won't let me think anything else. Let's go.
Yeah. That's just how I feel. But I don't think she's being bullied. I think Brittany just needs to, you know.
Brittany is one of those people that like you don't want to speak to because you know that it's not going to stop. And every day that shows up to filming, Brittany tries to act like she's a main cast member. And if I were those girls, I'd be like, you're getting on my nerves. You're very annoying. Please leave me alone. Like, I don't even want you around.
What if they presented to her that she would be a cast member? What if that was the case?
There ain't nothing ever in her package that showed any kind of producer she would be great as a full-time.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If they bring her back next season, somebody's putting hands on her.
You think so?
And
No.
It'll be Jen Shaw.
Jen Shaw getting out early. It might just be that. Yeah.
They push it to November 2026. It's gonna be next. We're gonna find out next week. It's gonna be the end. The listen.
Trump's gonna pardon her.
No, Grand Theft Auto 6 and Jen Shaw are coming out together
at the same time. At the same time, it's a double. It's a double drop.
If you're a gamer, you know how long we've been waiting on Grand Theft Auto. It's coming out at the same time. It's actually going to be a bundle.
I love that.
Okay, yes, Lisa. I love that too. All right, so they split up and do separate activities. They make ceviche and they do horseback riding. Nothing really of these scenes. Mary says that Meredith should be riding horses because she can't hear. So why is she riding horses? She has hearing problems.
Mary.
And so in this scene, you know, Mary, I found this very confusing, but she confided into Lisa, Bronwyn, and Meredith about how she was done with Angie. And I was like, "Ooh, no, Mary, no, girl, this is that." You know, I love me some Mary, but I was like, I don't like that. I didn't like that. Especially her talking to them, like. You don't really like Lisa. We know that. Bronwyn and Meredith, you kind of just fell out with Meredith. So it's like, why are you confiding to them about somebody that you actually shared some deep and made a deep? It just didn't make sense to me. I didn't know what was going through her mind, but we're going to talk about it in a second. So if no thoughts here, I'll get to the actual dinner. So at the dinner,
let's go.
Meredith and Angie, it's the last night. Meredith and Angie decided they're going to be cool now because they have not argued in 24 hours. So they're going to move forward. You know, they can't hold on to whatever the things they've talked, you know, in the past about Sean being possibly gay or whatever. The rumors, all these things, the rumors.
And the nasty.
Move forward. Angie asks Meredith if she wants some pepperoni. and Mary pays her complete dust.
Dust.
I mean, and Angie's like, hello,
Oh,
hello,
Hello?
hello.
Hello?
Is this thing on? Is Mary asleep? And so Angie's confused, and so she's just like, "Are you confused?" And they kind of go back and forth or whatever, to where she basically tells her that she's done with her, and Angie was like, "Wait, why are you done with me?" Like, so she explains to her about how she went and checked on Brittany, somebody who she said she told her that she didn't really care for. As well as somebody that if somebody hurts her, like, why are you checking on somebody that is getting on her nerves or hurting her or whatever she doesn't like? And so it goes to this whole thing. Because honestly, I kind of got a little emotional because I was like, I was emotional for Angie, because I feel like she was very sincere to Mary, and whatever Mary was feeling and thinking this moment, it didn't seem to matter, because she, and the words of you saying, like, somebody like, I'm done with you, especially for someone that's like been there for you, that has to be kind of hurtful in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And so in this moment, she says, God, you said that God brought us together. She's like, well, I can change my mind. I was like, damn, like, okay. So Angie gets emotional and says that she changed her life, and they have a moment, and told me when she starts to cry, Mary starts to cry. And so Mary in her confessional explains about abandonment issues or whatever. And even at the table, Angie shares hers, because we know they both have issues, abandonment issues from their parents, or at least how they feel, right? And so it basically, Angie goes ahead and apologizes for making her feel that way. And for once, I guess Mary has held back saying that she loved Angie, but she says that she actually says it as Angie says to her. So they have like a, how like you have like a best friend, y'all have like y'all first real argument. That's what it gave, in my
Yeah.
opinion, but it wasn't really an argument. I think it was just, whatever Mary is dealing with, going through, whatever outside of that, like, she has some deeper issues, I feel like, because from the moment that she was like, mad at Angie, I was like, oh no, girl, like, don't be mad at Angie. Like, I don't know Angie. I think Angie's a nasty little lady, but I think if nothing else, she's been very sincere and very truthful to Mary. And I don't think Mary would just share those things she shared with her with anybody if she didn't feel like, because she's a very guarded woman. So I'll stop here. Shantae, what are your thoughts? Great scene, by the way. Mary, this season has given me some of my favorite scenes.
Absolutely. Mary is carrying this
Mary
season.
this season has given me some of my favorite scenes of this season. I ain't gonna lie to you. But what's your thoughts?
You mean Lisa? You mean Lisa?
Shantae,
First of
please.
all,
Shantae, please.
in all seriousness, this is why Whitney will never be queen of the show, because the real queen, Mary, showed what it's like to keep it real. Because at the end of the day, a lot of housewives, especially like Whitney, who's always looking for a moment, they would have took this chance to fight and cuss each other out, be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
B, why you looking at me like that?" Blah blah blah. But Mary and Angie kept it real, and they stayed true to the true care and feeling that they had. And I'm sure that Mary was genuinely hurt about the Britney situation, and she opened up about, her past and how she doesn't like betrayal because of her father. Like, I teared up in that scene, and I think more people need to stop denying, their feelings. Therapy helps with that. If you have self-awareness and you can connect, like, okay, maybe I'm being triggered by something. And a lot of times I say this, so the issue is not always the issue. Like, Mary stepped back once Angie was real with her and realized that she was reacting out of a place of hurt. And then they went back to the love that they have for one another. And I just hope, especially for these next 4 years, like, we have to get back to like caring for one another for real, like checking on your people, loving on each other, like mutual aid, whatever it is. Like, being in America, especially, we cannot buy into, the whole selfishness and gotcha moments, because like it's not what's gonna take to like survive and to thrive. And when Angie said that line about how you changed my life, I think that's when when it broke me too, because you could feel it. And I think that's the power of people and love. Like, true love can transform and change things. And like for you guys at the lean, I feel like you guys changed my life too. Like I used to watch y'all as a fan, and now that we've got to work
Oh my God, I
together more,
love that.
actually, no, seriously, like I really love you guys. Like our group chats, all these things. I'm a housewife myself, and like as a mom, especially too, like sometimes you kind of like get lost in, all like the house stuff and the kids and all the stuff. So it's like hanging out with you guys, Chad, like it allows me to like be myself again and like not
I
be
love
as
that.
stressed. So I just want you guys to know that I love you guys. Like, Tez, whenever I see the LA Fire stuff, I'll be worrying about you. Like, I think it's so beautiful when people could just be vulnerable and say, I love you and I love you guys. I'm glad Mary and Angie love each other. And again, this is why Whitney will never be queen because she's always looking for a moment and not keeping it real like these two ladies did. So that's my little moment.
All
Well,
right,
we love
Pastor
you too.
Lisa, you better preach.
I'm sorry. We love you too, Lisa. I don't really know you that well, Lisa, but I know Shantae. But but I love her. I love Shantae. I don't know you that much, Lisa, but yeah. Shantae, yeah.
We've had a lot of housewives arguments over friendships over the years. We're currently seeing Dorit and Kyle friendship deteriorate on screen. And I agree with Shantae, like, particularly Salt Lake City can be very overproduced, and these ladies absolutely put on for a show. Mary has never engaged with anybody in her time, short of like maybe one or two sentences, just like, shut up, don't talk to me, we're good. You can tell that Mary does not have a lot of friends. I believe that she is the only woman on this franchise who hasn't been seen filming with somebody that she knows or one of her girlfriends or somebody that they're doing. Like, you can tell Mary, she married that man young. She had a child. Like, even when she was talking to Robert Jr., she was like, I prayed for you. I wanted you in my life. I wanted somebody to give love to. And so when you see this in the context of last season, Mary could not stand Angie. Like, could not stand her, paid her dust. And so to see something genuinely happen, and you can say, oh, I thought it was fake. I was this. Mary ain't never been fake. I have a lot. Y'all, if y'all saw this from the beginning, I had a lot to say about
Yes.
Mary season 1 and season 2.
Mhm.
That lady ain't never lied or ever been fake. If she
Mhm.
does not like you,
She'll tell you.
she's not. She's going to tell you. So it made this argument like, yeah, she said I have abandonment issues, and you may or may not believe that, but ultimately, at its core, when you have a woman who is letting somebody in, particularly in an environment where you see so many other women faking friendships, when you feel a genuine connection and you know you have that connection, and she has probably talked about Brittany being like, that lady just will not, I cannot stand her, I cannot this. So I can tell in that moment she was like, well, damn, I trusted you and now I can't trust you. Even as minuscule as it may seem to us, that really impacted her. And Ange, um, could have very easily said, you have no reason to be mad at me. You're overreacting, blah, blah. And instead she said, Mary, no, like, we're getting real. This hurts. What's going on? Why are you upset with me?
Yeah.
She didn't accuse Mary. She didn't belittle Mary. She didn't even bring anybody
Mhm.
else into it. It was like in that scene, nobody else mattered. And it was
Mhm.
That's true.
Ange genuinely reassuring her friend, baby, I
Mhm.
love you. I'm here for you. And I don't
Yes.
I don't care about anything else that's going on. And when that
Mhm.
clicked for Mary, I was like, oh, bitch. Like, do
Feels
we actually
nice.
have real friends? Like, nobody's
Yes.
out to get each other. Ange hasn't mentioned anything about what Mary has told her. Ange has had
Mhm.
multiple times to when the women were, Mary's acting this way, acting this way. Ange very could have easily said, this is what's going on. Instead, she said, well, maybe she has things. Y'all got to give her a little bit of grace. Like,
Mhm.
Ange can be a nasty woman to people who are nasty with her, but the
I'm
way
telling
that
you,
lady, the way
well,
she rocks with Mary,
we're gonna talk about it. That can be a
the way
nasty
she
lady.
rocks with
In the
Mary,
love,
I
the
love
love.
it. I love it. And Mary needs somebody like that. Like,
Yeah.
Mary can be reactive, but Mary a lot of times doesn't stand up for herself. She
Mhm.
just chooses to, like, I'm going to go away. I'm not going to deal with this. And all right, let's go. Let's do
Yeah.
this. Let's fight. I'm very glad that let's watch this. We're good. I love
Yes.
that. We don't get scenes like that often on this show.
The best thing about all of
Beautiful.
it was that this
Mhm.
happened in front of everybody. And like you
Yep.
said, Amy, it's like nobody else mattered. And I think,
Mhm.
you could tell even when it was happening, Mary, although she was saying these things, she didn't really mean these things, but she was just so like something was hurting her. Something was hurting her to the point to where she was saying these things. And that's why, like you said, Angie was just kind of like, instead of like getting defensive, she was trying to get to the bottom of it. So I think, it took for her to say, you changed my life. I love you, all these things, and to get emotional. Not that it needed that, but I'm glad that it happened. Because Brittany was over there crying. Like, I think Brittany crying at the table this time was the first real tears. Outside of last week when she was,
I'll never recover from this. We didn't talk about this earlier in the episode when she said, "You accused me of being fake and vile. I'll never recover from this, Meredith." I was like,
she was like Robin. Remember Robin from Potomac on the stoop? That's what Brittany reminded me of last
when
week.
she was sitting there just.
Yes. Like it was a lot, but this scene, raw. Favorite scene, I was not expecting it, I try to stay away from spoilers. So when I was at work at my damn desk, I had to dot my little eye. I was like, I wasn't expecting that to happen at the table. I honestly thought from the earlier scenes that Mary was gonna make a big mistake and just completely cut Angie off. But I wasn't expecting there to be a whole scene at a table in front of all the women. Like usually scenes like that, it's in the background. It's one-on-one. It's never at a group. And usually group scenes are never that heartfelt. And I appreciate them for capturing that in this moment of so much chaos that's about to come.
Big kudos to Angie for hearing her friend.
Like, let me tell you something. At this point, I'm an Angie stan. I'm telling you right now. It wasn't just this moment, and it wasn't just Mary. I think she has truly delivered for a housewife all season.
She has.
Listen, she is a nasty woman. The thing is, I would have never thought that this Angie existed when we started, when Jen threw champagne on her head. I would have never thought that this Angie existed, but I'm happy she's here. I'm so happy she's here. So
last quick question. Have y'all ever had avocado pizza? Because I knew Mary was gonna reject the pepperoni because she had avocado pizza. But I was like, what that tastes like? Have y'all had avocado pizza?
It tastes like avocado and pizza, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I want to try it now. Okay.
Okay. All right, Lisa, will you let us know how it goes?
Oh no, I only eat Wendy's. I'm sorry.
I agree with you. All right, so moving on. So after this happens, Meredith says, well, I got some things to talk about. I want to get some things off the table. And she brings up the whole thing about Whitney accusing Lisa of being the one that started the rumor about the Alibaba jewelry and stuff like that. And Meredith basically says that apparently the person that Whitney says she spoke to never provided her with true proof. So the proof she says she has on Lisa is not real. And that, basically Meredith reached out or I don't know if she reached out to him, he reached out to her, but they've been in contact. So she says that Whitney is a damn fraud. And so it becomes a thing to where, of course, Whitney versus Lisa, which I will say is the most annoying storyline of this season. I hate when
because they're both annoying. Because they're both annoying.
I don't have to see it ever again. Please be friends or just somebody leave the show. I can't take it.
Or both.
Yeah, right. So then it's revealed. So Whitney makes accusations about Lisa being the one to provide information to Reality Bunties. All the stuff about Jen or anything. She was the one that was speaking, that sending the stuff to the blogs. And Heather's like, well, wait, who? Like, how did you find that out? And Whitney was like, I reached out to Monica. And everybody's just like, first of all, Heather, her baby, Heather probably, she probably lost her shit for real.
Lost it.
And so
she forgot to take her Ozempic shot that day. It threw her whole schedule off.
And let's go back to seeing the clips when they show Heather years ago when they had the lingerie party to now. Heather looks good, whatever. She looks really like I never realized. Like, listen, I'm not weight shaming, but I never realized the size she was until I saw that flashback, and I was like, oh, she was like a little more frumpy of a person, but now she's like little more toned for her. So I think she looks great. She looks tanned as well. She was more pale. I think she looks great. I'm just giving her a compliment because she does look great.
Still a
Night.
nasty spirit. Still a nasty spirit.
And so, you know, Whitney basically says, so they're starting to come at Whitney because they're saying, why would you be out here reaching out for information and doing these things? Like, why would you? We thought we got rid of the problem last year, but here you are. And Whitney was like, y'all made me do it. And they're like, who? And she points one finger at Lisa and Meredith. And Lisa tells her, don't point your effing finger in my face. She points at me, and then she points two fingers. And I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Like, literally, Whitney is over here like this. Like, she about to shoot. What she doing? She said, I was just like, what the hell?
Calm down, Laura Croft, Tomb Raider. Like,
literally, she was sitting there like Tomb Raider. Like,
she will never be queen. Yes.
Never be.
It was hilarious. I'm sorry, I laughed so hard.
It's you know what? It's the juxtaposition of the real scene we had with Mary and Ange, and no more than 35 seconds later, it's the. Did you catch when Meredith said, "I suppose I will bring up"? Ange was cackling boot. Ange was sitting there and said, "Here we go."
Yeah, no, it was a lot of moments. So after she gets to point the finger, she, you know, eventually puts him down because whatever.
Not eventually puts him down.
Eventually puts him down because she's about to shoot up the club. It looks like Mary basically comes to Whitney's side and is like, "Listen, y'all do make people do things they don't want to do. Like, y'all put people in corners. You have put me in a situation before, so I know what she's saying or whatever." You know, because y'all gang up on people, which is interesting because they just got back to being friends. But time, saying this is what they do. So Heather says, you know, listen, this is crazy. Both of you guys are like horrible for doing this. You know, she's also calling out Meredith. Meredith's like, wait, what do you mean me? Like, I'm just trying to basically she didn't realize that she's doing the same thing that Whitney did. You're basically talking to the blogs, getting information to prove the other wrong. So you know Heather is like mother Salt Lake City. She just don't want nobody in her village. She want her kids and her village to be all right. So you know how she is or whatever. And so she gives this, you know, this whole united like housewife speech or whatever. And what took me out in this, she was just like, we know how it feels. She's like, you know how it feels when you talk about a business when they say you're ugly and it goes to Brittany. I was like, why was the camera pan to Brittany?
Messy.
It was so messy. It was so messy. I don't know what that was going on, but any thoughts here before we get to this game? This game is probably
they need to stop playing games over there in Salt Lake.
It's probably the messiest. We've seen a lot of messy games in this franchise, like not across all franchises, but this game right here, it might be one of the worst and messiest things I've ever seen Housewives do. But any thoughts about anything regarding to Whitney, Lisa, Reality Bunties, Monica, and stuff like that? Because Monica, if you go to Instagram, baby, she all over Instagram. First of all, Monica is watching the show faithfully. She posts.
Oh, absolutely.
She feels vindicated from her behavior last year.
Well, because she said this last year. She's like, y'all fed us. Y'all were texting. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't she say Lisa was one of the people that were sending stuff to Reality Bunties? She said Heather was. And that's why Heather's mad. Like, Reality Bunties has the dirt on them. Not so much dragging them in the blogs. They each were trying to take each other down over the last 4 seasons, and we're using Reality Bunties to do that. That is why Heather reacted so, like, drastically and wanted her to get the hell off the phone. They all have done this. This is no surprise. Heather needs to let it go. Baby, you 50 Cent. All of your kids are grown and in college. Like, what do you look like beeping? You lost weight. Your businesses are doing good. You already sued the girl. Like, let it go, lady. Yeah. Everybody's trying to get a paycheck. It's one of those things. So if you remember, Whitney and Heather were both on the ill-fated and short-lived Ultimate Girls Trip that Brandi Glanville destroyed. they were playing messy games, and both of them were like, "These games are so messy. We don't want to play. This is crazy. We don't know how to do it." Heather got a lesson from Portia and Candace and those messy games they were playing
Whitney,
because they came
Whitney did
back.
too. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they came
Yeah.
back and said, "Okay, I would have thought this game would have been on like Potomac or Atlanta with the girls who really know how to rile each other up. I did not know these
No,
white
I don't. I
girls.
think it was
I
perfectly
did not
placed
know these
here.
white.
I think it
I
was
thought these white
perfectly
girls
placed
had it
here.
in them."
Was
When
it perfectly fine?
I think
baby,
I
when
don't. I
when
think if
Heather
it was
gave that speech, I
anywhere,
said, "Don't do
listen.
it."
I think if it was anywhere else on any other franchise, they would have got the fight.
Absolutely, okay, that's true.
I'm
That is
just
true.
saying they would. It would this.
I want Beverly Hills to play this strictly so I can hear what Garcelle and Sutton have to say about the rest. Because I know
My
Garcelle and
God,
Sutton be
today.
stressed about these ladies.
Okay, but Lisa, do you have anything to add about the whole, reality bunties, Monica, Lisa, Whitney, all this before I move on?
Yes, I do feel like Heather had a whole "I had a dream" moment with that long
She
speech.
definitely gave a okay, I
And
have a dream moment.
Absolutely.
exactly. And I thought she was going to just wrap this up. Everything's going to be positive. But the fact that she suggested that messy game right after that long "I have a dream" speech was unforgivable. Like, I was like, how do you go from all of that to, okay, uh, how we going to cut each other the deepest with our phones?
Hmm.
Like,
And then
no,
pretend like we
it
didn't
didn't
hear
go
it.
together. Exactly. Mm-mm. That's why I can't get with the timing. It's too bad.
Yeah, like
I
she
love
was.
it.
So here's the thing. This is why I've been saying all season. Heather is a pot stirrer. She's messy.
Mhm.
She has
Mhm.
been carrying bones all season and trying to hide her hands, but this time she revealed her hands and then tried to pull them behind her back.
Yes.
Like it was
And
just
it's
crazy to me.
the fact that she got a little bit of confidence, and now she's like, "All right, let's do this. We're messy,
Yeah.
absolutely messy this season."
But yes, I agree. Listen, they went to Ultimate Girls Trip, baby, and they came back with some tips. I think they had some private sessions because this game, it definitely is giving somebody Portia, it's giving
I know Portia was at
Giselle.
home.
Yes.
The thing
Portia was
is,
at home
I
saying,
don't
"Oh,
even. The thing is, I don't even think any other franchise would have even done it. That's the
They
thing.
can't. They can't.
Like, I don't think it. So let's talk about it. All right. So the objective, if you didn't watch the episode,
Oh
was
my.
that the person has to go through their phone and find the nastiest, the worst thing you said about a person. And you give your phone to that person that you said it about, and they have to read it out loud. Because the whole objective per Heather is to move forward, is to
baby, good luck."
burn the whatever, right? And try to move forward. All right. So
Mess.
start with Mary. Mary's message was about Heather and says that she's changed since she became successful. She's mean, competitive, and she's not the person that she was when she met her 5 years ago. What I heard was you lost all this damn weight. You think you're bad.
Okay,
That's what I heard. But
you ain't
nonetheless,
nobody Rosie's Perez.
right. And so Heather does get emotional. She kind of comes back and says, like, listen, this is who I like the person who I am now. I'm more confident. I hate that it comes
Yuck.
out this way, but basically this is who I want to be. And she said that she's lost a lot as well. It sounds like she's gained a lot, but she's also lost a lot. So basically she was basically saying Miss Mira was a little mistaken or whatever. Now Brittany, I didn't know why she had a chance to even play the damn game because at this rate, the way she is so stuck on being such a Mormon, she couldn't have anything bad to say, right? And she actually doesn't. Because what she said, the worst thing that she had to say was that she would rather have Bronwyn over for T than Mary.
Mary said,
And I said, baby, the video you recorded probably was worse than this. I would have just submitted it.
"I was expecting Mary to be like, I wish you would have. Bitch, I could have stayed home. Why would I want to go to
Everybody
your
was
house?"
expecting her to say something, but what took me out was Angie saying, "Oh, you went out on a limb with that one, huh? That was tough." Like,
She had her back. I love it. Angie said, "All right, let me get her for you." She said, "Wow, you went out on a limb."
right, right.
Brittany's too
That
fake.
was
That
funny to
was
me.
so fake. She's such
That
a
was
bad
so fake.
liar. I
She said, "This is the worst thing." Girl, I
That's
hate her
it.
so much.
All
But I
right.
don't want her to leave this show because, The level of delusion.
She needs to take lying classes from Phaedra or somebody because she don't know how to lie.
Right. So
I
then
think she
we
knows how to
have
lie.
so then we have Bronwyn. So Bronwyn was about Brittany, and she said that she thinks
Brahma
that
dragged her a little bit.
she thinks that Brittany is a trauma dump, trauma bond. Every time she's around, there's always like negativity and just things that she's always going through. And she thinks that she's emotionally manipulative, and uses her kids for whatever type of, I don't know, right? And she said she's embarrassed for her. Whatever. And so Brittany was not happy with that. Brittany says that that's not the case, and Bronwyn does not know her at all, and that she challenges her to try to get to know her. And Bronwyn says, this is what I felt. I'm sorry if it made you feel away, but this is how I felt. I'm open to getting to know you. And that's kind of how it ends. I don't think Bronwyn wants to get to know her. I wish she would stop lying. Bronwyn has not liked her she has not liked her from day one, and it's not going to change at all. I don't think
ever.
That's just what Bronwyn is. Now this one right here, it sent me into the day I had to go into the break room of my job because I had gagged so hard I had to watch it again because I had to write it down verbatim because this was so nasty. This was so nasty. I was
so
like,
nasty. I said,
oh my God. So, first of all, Angie wrote this about Bronwyn, but the smirk that she had on her face when she gave her the phone was just like, she was like, I'm gonna kill this one. Like I was just like, oh my God. So anyway, she says that, and I mean I kind of showed a little bit, but I got the base of it, babe. She says that Bronwyn's business plan was marrying a man that had 1 foot on the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel. But she likes her business plan better because she's self-made. As in she's talking about herself. She says that her ears are so tight to her head that she cannot hear anything.
Basti work.
And she wears a hot dog outfit because she sucked her way to the top.
God damn. I know for a fact Angie got one of them little twinks that Sean sleeps with to write that. I know for a fact. Allegedly.
Hold on, wait a minute.
This know for a fact.
This right here took me out. Right here.
Oh my God, she's already crying.
Oh my God, she's already crying. I was just like, well, yeah. I mean, good God.
My Jesus.
Like, she attacked this lady's marriage,
everything,
her baby, his age,
her surgery,
her bank statement. I mean, the only thing she didn't talk about was fucking what's her daughter's name?
One of them dogs.
Gwen.
She's got 8 of them.
No, Gwen.
Gwen is her daughter.
But I'm saying the only thing she did not talk about.
She said her little dog, Gwen. That's her daughter.
Oh my God, you guys.
But the thing is, okay, as she finishes or whatever, she's like, I'm sorry. And Bronwyn knows, like, you felt this way. Like, it's
every word of that.
What I liked about it was that Bronwyn was emotional about it. It definitely hurt her, but she understood what they were trying to do, and she was able to try to at least mask it as, okay, like, I know what we're trying to do. And Angie's nice. Angie says, and I love your hot dog outfit. I love it.
Like, Angie, please. Angie, please. You're not making this better. What I like, Mary just said nothing. She said,
yeah.
I like you, Bronwyn, but that's my girl. She got you, bitch.
Very much so. All right, let's move on. So then,
I know Nene would have loved that. Oh, Nene would have lived. Nene would have lived for that read. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that was a read.
Someone said, I think Bronwyn has heard it all before. I think she has
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. That for me, that was right up there. That was right up there with last season's Mary's text to Whitney. You're so ugly. You're so stupid. You have plastic surgery and you're still ugly. I don't need plastic
Yes,
surgery because I'm
that's
hot.
literally
It's
what that
like,
gave.
yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I know Mary helped her. She said, "Hold on, girl. Let me help you with some words."
Oh, but
Yes.
it was great. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It was a gag after gag after a gag. It just never got
Mm.
better. It
it
started out
did, and it did get worse.
worse to worse, sir. Like it went.
Oh,
All right. So then Lisa said that Meredith did some information to weaponize. Boo. Maybe what you said in New York was way worse. Okay.
listen.
Let's just pull back that dialogue because that to me is definitely one of the worst things she's ever said about Meredith.
The hot mic.
I don't know. And then so Heather talks. Oh, now this one was kind of crazy too. So Whitney read what Heather said about her, and she said she's a low life piece of shit. She's a snake, and to never trust her. She says she sold her soul, and she's carrying the Wild Rose products, even though they never sold a fucking one.
It never
That
sounds.
was my last line.
That
last line.
That was the yeah.
Oh.
I laughed so hard.
Oh.
Heather said, "Ain't nobody buying that stuff."
She said Monica stole from me, and I tried to give this product to her, and she was like, "I'm good on it. I don't need that."
That was so funny to me. I'm sorry. Like this had me in tears.
They're carrying.
It was too much. They were going so long.
It was so much. I just like this is.
It tickled me because Heather was like, yeah, let's do it. Just show your nasty thing. She was like, I got one for Whitney.
That's what I'm saying. The people that had the worst thing to say, they were so prideful to be like, here, read it.
For me, it was Ange like, oh, check, please. You know you decimated that lady. You know you destroyed that lady. Oh my God.
Now this is where things went left. This is where things went left because, of course, everybody was able to either get emotional, cry, stomach it, try to move forward, or at least fake it, right? But one person was not able to, and we know who that is. And so Whitney wrote about Lisa, and I'm like, oh my God. I was hoping that Whitney's was about somebody else. I was hoping. I'm like, it's about freaking Lisa. So what she said was that basically her and Justin met a woman that was open to being their third, and was saying to talk to Lisa because Lisa would know how good she is in bed, because apparently they have had a thrill with her to where she was kissing on Lisa while jerking off John or whatever. So as Lisa reads it, she throws the phone down because she cannot believe what she just read. Lisa flips out and while flipping out, she's just like, and why would you put it out there? And Angie's like, wait, why are you looking at me? And Angie's like,
I didn't do anything.
She's like, wait, she's sitting over there with her little French roll. She like, why are you looking at me? And so Lisa says, she blurts out about, the rumors from last year about Sean, and, Angie's kind of like, she's sitting up now. She's like, okay, like, wait a minute. How did I get in this or whatever? And so Whitney goes down the spiel because basically Lisa just can't believe that in this moment of everybody choosing their worst messages, why would Whitney choose this message to be about her marriage? Why not be something else? So Whitney's like, well, I could have chose your looks. And then, Angie was like, Lisa was like, yeah, you could have chose your looks. Why you didn't choose your looks? So basically Lisa's upset that she feels like Whitney chose the worst thing. And she's kind of trying to, I guess, place what is worse, like how somebody can do the game or the activity for her. So anyway, Lisa basically tells her to, stop apologizing. Whitney once again says, shut the F up and listen to me. And Lisa then takes this moment to blurt out that she heard John has circle jerked. circle jerk off sessions, and Angie loses it. She gets up and throws a flower and tells her like F you, F that. Production is pulling Angie back, and they kind of pull Angie to the side or whatever. Lisa, storms out. Mary is very upset because she don't understand why Lisa would bring Angie into it, because it really had nothing to do with Angie. But like Mary said, it looks like Lisa was trying to prove a point by doing to someone else what she felt like somebody was doing to her.
Yeah.
It just kind of made Lisa look very like dumb or whatever.
Stupid.
So Lisa goes down a spiel of saying like, you know what, it's okay for everyone else to do it, but when I do it, and Meredith said, there's nothing okay about any of this.
Meredith wanted that moment so bad. I'm like, Meredith, girl,
there's nothing okay about any of this. I'm like, baby, she's gonna have an aneurysm. She's going to pop something.
That's why that eye broke. I'm like, my God, you screaming. Stop. You only got one good eye left.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so the women individually storm off one by one. Heather is upset at the outcome that she started, that she created. I don't care what she says about her intentions. I do like that most women were able to, push it to the side and kind of move forward with it. But you have to know that Lisa was never going to be okay. It didn't matter if Whitney came out and said that she got a nose job, because I'm sure she has had one. She would be upset and say, you came for my nose. I didn't come for your looks. And she would be upset. That's just who Lisa is. But Whitney does understand Heather's intentions and thinks that the game was great. And of course she thinks it's great because she pissed Lisa off, which is what she did in the end. And that's how the episode ends. So we kind of talked about each of those individually, but I will ask y'all this. Who definitely had the worst thing? Who had the worst thing?
Baby, she tore Bronwyn up. Oh my gosh, she tore Bronwyn up.
Heather wearing Whitney out is a second close. I'm sorry.
She said,
it's
I
close.
don't even care that shit.
Right. It was that part saying like nobody's buying this. Nobody buying this shit. No way.
The thing with me is I can appreciate Mary, because Mary, like, while she was saying Heather was fake, at the end she was like, I really wish that she could see herself the way that we see her, and we're proud of what she's accomplished. She doesn't need any of this. And Heather's crying. She's like, oh, I haven't changed. I was like, you actually have. You're a size 8 now, and your face is different. And what killed me when Heather got up from that table, did y'all clock that her hair ended about right here? And then tracks were down here. It was like this. I said, oh, the humidity. Portia did not teach her that humidity is not good for polyester hair and natural hair.
That was not good.
That was not. Even, Bronwyn's was a little, it was messy. But even still, she was trying to tell Brittany, like, girl, you're better than this. You're more intelligent than this. You are a lady of a certain age. Like, you're a needy woman, and it's embarrassing. Like, stop embarrassing yourself. Stand up, girl. But it was Ange. Ange cleared. Ange. That's historic. Like, that's I think that beat out Lisa's she's a whore who screwed half of New York City.
I think so too.
That is the new, like,
because I want to know, who did you send that to? Who got that message? Who? That's what I want to know. I want to
probably
know.
Mary. I think it's Mary. Oh, I think it was.
And I know Mary was co-signing.
Yes.
Mary's like, yes, I hate Lisa Barlow.
She says she sent it after that campfire. And personally,
Mary,
I think it was probably after they tried to have a conversation at the bar mitzvah. I think it was after that.
Probably, yeah, that makes sense, because she was pissed at that.
Because Bronwyn was like overly pissed with Angie, and Angie, and then also Angie got kicked out. I would have thought that Angie's message, I would have rather the message been about Meredith, because I would have loved to hear what Angie truly has said about Meredith. My God, today. Because when Meredith would have read that message, she would have lost it. The crazy thing about it is that Lisa ruined the damn game, because did everybody go? Everybody go?
Pretty much.
No,
Because when
Meredith didn't get one about her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish somebody
Yeah.
would have gave one about. I would have rather seen somebody give one about Meredith. Honestly, the one about Mary could have been saying, we needed Meredith. We need somebody Meredith. I'm just saying.
they didn't get
Mary,
to it because of the
Mary
fight.
didn't get one. Nobody said anything about Mary.
Mhm.
Oh, they didn't.
No,
So,
Brittany did. Brittany had that
Brittany
weak
did, but
thing
Oh, yeah,
about
that's
Mary.
right.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
said anything important about Mary.
yeah.
Because Angie got to throwing the flowers, remember? Like they were tearing up them people's restaurants. So
For me, when
Meredith didn't get a chance. Yeah.
production came over and was like, "Hey, calm down," she said, "Don't touch me." I thought, "Oh,
Well,
Yes.
Meredith got the one
Thanks.
from Lisa, but I mean, no.
What did Lisa say?"
She said that she was she uses something to weaponize what was it?
That must have been in the Peacock edit because I don't remember that in the real episode.
Oh y'all didn't see. Well, I watched I only watched Peacock.
I haven't watched it on Peacock. Let me go back and start
Are
that.
you sure you missed that? Who watched it? Who watched it?
Meredith didn't give her a message to anyone.
Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So Cars Forever said in the extended version of the episode, it's
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lisa
yeah.
said something
let me go
about
cut this
Meredith,
on.
but Meredith didn't get to go and give her text to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Meredith
Yeah.
never got to go.
Yeah, she
But
never got to.
yes,
She was going to drag
if
Brittany
you
for
watch-
sure. Oh, I know
if you
she would have
watch
dragged
the
Brittany.
extended version, which is on Peacock, you'll see. But they didn't really care. They weren't impressed. They felt like, that's why I said earlier, Lisa had said worse. Not in text message.
Yeah.
She said a lot worse. So one can only imagine, right? But yeah, she said that she digs up information, because what Lisa said was that last year they were all coming at Meredith about her, being the one to go to the blog, to remember, to then they end up pointing it on Monica. So she was saying that the worst thing she said was that Meredith digs up information to weaponize against people. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
But actually, I think the worst one was what Whitney did to Lisa, because everybody else, it was their thoughts. Even Brittany's weak one, like where she was thinking that it'd be better to have tea with Bronwyn than Mary. At the end of the day, it was mostly the wise thoughts about each other. But Whitney used this burn book game as a chance to spread a very salacious rumor about this lady's husband and the whole, I guess, swinger rumor, because I think it was Get Back. The swinger in the group, everybody was saying was Whitney all along, right? And just the fact that she broke Lisa up into that thing, allegedly, that was really wrong. And Lisa was right, because that's her husband and her that's being attacked when, again, it's supposed to be housewife to housewife. So I think Whitney was the worst, hands down. And if anything, Brittany's was the weakest, if you're saying worse in terms of not good.
I mean,
But
worse,
for Angie, the library was open. It was the most entertaining of the reads, but Whitney definitely hit the lowest.
Angie was tickled. She tickled herself with that.
Cool.
Angie tickled herself with that.
Angie was so happy. She was like, she said, I thought y'all would never ask for this. I thought y'all would never ask. Shoot, here you go, right here. She probably had it right there, but I see the people in the chat saying that she sent it to Heather. That makes sense because Bronwyn and Heather were not like friends for real anyway. And they didn't officially become okay and cordial until
halfway through the season.
It was like
after the trip.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago because she didn't like her.
That's right. Yeah. I think it was at the bar mitzvah.
Yeah. I wish Brittany would have. I'm sure that Brittany, she may be a little slow. I think she pretty much said something about Meredith. She probably didn't want to say it. Somebody should have said something for real about Meredith, just for TV purpose. My God, that lady would have flipped.
That lady would have flipped.
She would have lost her eye, her hand, her ears, her hair.
Now she would have thrown her hearing aid. You need to leave.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to these callers. My God.
I know. We got to call here. Whatever. My bad, child. This episode was like amazing. Like it was a fucking 20 out of 10. Like it was so good. So entertaining. And I just love it. So we got one call in the queue. We're gonna be here
Yes.
next week for the reunion part one. We got, I think it's 3 parts, so we'll be here for that. Just make sure y'all like this video, make sure y'all subscribe, and check out our other shows. Potomac on Mondays, with a snooze fest, and then Beverly Hills on Wednesdays. Somewhat just snooze fest too sometimes. But anyway, caller for today is Lisa. Hey Lisa, how you doing?
Hi
Hey,
there, darling. I'm black. Hey, Sean. Hey, Miss Lisa. Hey, Lisa Bauer. I'm glad you're doing okay, boo, out there in California, okay? I'm praying for y'all out there in California, Cortez.
We doing okay.
Yeah,
Like the fires are, to be
yeah,
honest, the fires are, they've been contained, so they're not spreading.
yeah.
They weren't
But we
near
still just praying for the people who lost their houses and
very much
lost
so.
everything. So, yeah.
Very much so.
And so make sure they get themselves back on track. You know what I'm saying? Because that is, when you lose everything, it's not okay. It's
You're
not
right.
okay.
Nope.
Yeah. Yes, but let's get into it, child. I'm gonna tell y'all for myself. I love the little wigs thing. I did. I love it. Whitney, man, why you had to mess it up, man? It was going good. The lunch was going good. Here go Whitney again, messing with, messing with Lisa. Okay, and then to come to find out that Lisa, I've been said, I don't believe it was Lisa who said something about her business. I don't. And we got that already. You know, I don't believe it. Okay. So, girl, find your new target. Okay. Because you need to find somebody else to mess with. Because I believe that Lisa had her chance. I'm like, Lisa, let me snatch that wig off your head. Now you can't beat me no more. Okay. Let me just snatch this wig off your head because you can't beat me no more, child. And can't some I'm sorry just right here. What is Baldwin and Mary need to get a new target, okay? She call y'all outfits, costumes, okay? And Baldwin, I'm gonna tell you something. You did look like a costume in that big old red heart. Okay, you is not Rihanna. Okay, Rihanna could have pulled that off. Okay, she got stylists. She got stylists. She got $1 million stylists to help her pull that off. Okay, you didn't put it off well, baby. All I seen a big old heart around you, and you look like a clown with it on. Okay, so I don't blame. I mean, that's all she said. To y'all got costumes, and now suddenly everybody is so mad. I mean, these two witches is mad at her. Because Mary not mad because she called her poor. Girl, come on. She did that much to y'all to get make y'all up that much upset. Okay. And I'm sorry. Y'all need to find a new target, okay? This right here. And Brittany, you should call me baby, because we should went in on Mary. Okay. What is grandpa?
Oh Lord.
We won't know about
Oh
the church.
Lord.
Baby, that's what I'm saying. I need to have been on that table because I would have said, come on, Brittany, baby, I need to say a little bit more about this one. Come on now. We're going to talk about grandpa. We're going to talk about the church. We're going to talk about all these leg victims you got going around here. What's up? What's up? And make her flip out. Okay, yeah. Well, her big eye, look at her big eye going around your head. Okay? Because I don't like Mary. Mary's the biggest one, fakest one on that table. Because you got a lot of allegations that are going on out there. We want to know what grandpa is. What grandpa? I don't like to talk about folks. That way your son doing too, because he found out that his father was his great grandpa.
Oh,
Hold on now. Hold on.
Nag,
Hold
Lisa,
on.
come
Hold
on, Nag. Get back to
on.
the
That's
episode. Get back to the episode.
I
You
mean,
are
they do.
Bridge. I'm gonna need you to build a bridge because I'm over it between you and Mary. I'm so tired of this beef you got with Mary.
damn. Did Mary
No,
embezzle
we
from
need
you?
to
What's going
find out. We
on?
need to find
You
out the truth. Come on, Shantae. Come on. We need to find out about the
Well, you
truth.
find out the
Now
Hey,
she
truth.
want everybody else to
Lisa.
be the
You
truth.
find out the truth.
We need to
You can
find out the
move
truth about grandpa and all them little victims he got. And all them people right there, baby. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, Cortez. I'm gonna reach out to you on IG. I think I know the guy who they talking about. On the guy who told Whitney,
on.
he's the broadcast. I think he on YouTube.
I don't want
Is
to be
it
in no
Up and
mess. So
Adam? I think it's Adam, right? Up and Adam. Right?
allegedly, it
Yeah,
could be up
allegedly
and
Adam.
Adam. Yeah, it could
Yeah.
allegedly
That's,
be up
she
and
got it
Adam.
right. She did. See, I didn't say it on him. She did Shantae. So you come for Shantae because I'm gonna
Who's
tell you in
Lisa?
private.
It was Lisa. Lisa.
Yeah. All right.
yeah, yeah, that's
You got
Lisa
anything else?
said. That's Lisa said it.
You got
Yeah,
anything
and
else?
I like the Angie. Angie got it together. Angie, that was my girl. I love that too. I'm like you, man. I bust out laughing so hard. I was like, oh my goodness. But I love it though. I'm glad the show is over. No. So I'll be here next week for y'all. Okay. Love y'all. Y'all have a
Then I'll be
beautiful
back.
All right, thank
weekend.
you, Lisa. You
Bye
Love
bye.
that, Lisa.
Bye,
Yeah,
Lisa.
Lisa.
I sure can't wait till Lisa find grandpa. Okay, so
Listen,
y'all saying that he
Lisa,
said it.
Lisa got a
Okay, I
bone
just
to pick.
listen. I have to. We got to cover ourselves out here. You know, I don't follow up at Adam. I've seen some of his videos
I
before,
don't,
so I wasn't sure.
I don't care about
But
these
there's
bloggers,
in the
girl.
chat, they're saying that he confirmed that he was the person. He
Mhm.
is the person.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, okay, well, good. It's up to Adam. I guess it's up to Adam, child. But see, this is the thing. This is why I have not got my interview with Lisa that I was supposed to get from season 1.
Oh, you're talking to her now, though.
Huh?
Ask me anything. You're talking to her
Well, you
now.
know, Lisa, I love you dearly, but I'm talking about Lisa, the other Lisa, you know.
Okay, okay.
And so, because as I mentioned, I was when the show first started, it wasn't many viewers. We were like one of the few channels to actually,
Yeah,
literally, me and Jamie were the first two to like start reviewing this show from episode 1, and
baby, we wore them
we,
ladies out too. Season one,
we wore
we
them
were
out.
wearing them out.
Lisa would
We
reach
were
out like
wearing.
on Instagram and have a couple conversations or whatever, just about like nothing messy, just about the show. She said that her and John, I think one of the sons were watching the show too, so that they liked it. So she said she
Yeah,
was to do an interview at one point, but I think something happened with production to where they couldn't really like do, because as I mentioned last week, you don't really see them do a lot of interviews.
It's true.
which is odd. It's
Yeah,
like they don't do the
I don't
rounds.
think it's odd. I think they're learning the lesson from Atlanta because with Atlanta, you like know the whole show from the blogs before. And wasn't it one of them, I think it wasn't Lovely Scott, sorry, I'm not sure, was basically threatening to leak the whole season on
Oh
Bravo because
yeah,
they knew everything.
yeah,
The bloggers, I feel, got a lot of power over Atlanta, and I feel like they kind of ruined the show because everyone's like, "Oh, this season's boring."
yeah,
Every season because you know everything about Atlanta. So I
yeah,
yeah.
think Bravo course corrected with Salt Lake City and told them
yeah.
like, "Don't give these bloggers nothing." It's probably even in their contracts now because
Yeah,
for some
like
franchises, bloggers ruin the show, especially
they
for
got
Atlanta.
really
Yeah.
tight-lipped. I will say when
Yeah.
that lady Jenny, when
Hmm.
that whole stuff happened, they got really tight-lipped, honestly. And I think
Yeah.
Absolutely. They
that
said y'all ain't talking about nothing.
right, because
Yep.
I mean, I still, whether I think she is self-absorbed or not, I still enjoy Lisa as a
Yeah.
person, and she's actually, from my conversations, was a sweet woman. So that's a good
Yeah.
part. But maybe I'll get my interview one day. I don't know. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. It has been a great season. We have 3-part reunion. So we're gonna cover those over the next 3 weeks. It'll be either myself or Jamie or Shantae or Chad or Antonio. We'll be here to review the rest of the season. I'm so glad that we decided to continue this show because this show was
Yes.
on the chopping
It
block.
got good.
Yeah, it was good, but it got like so much. It was never this season never had like one dull episode. I can't think of one episode where I was like, damn, like what happened? What's going? Everything was good. They gave us a mix of drama. They gave us like some good old scandals. They gave us some good heartfelt moments. Shout out to Mary. I know Lisa on the call don't really like Mary, but baby, listen, I love her, and I'm going to always love her. I don't care about grandpa or anybody's grandpa but my own. So listen, I'm just saying. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. I know y'all have seen Amanda and Art World in the chat saying that. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Lisa, down here.
Thank you. Thank
And we'll
you.
be here next week for the reunion part 1. Okay. Thank y'all and have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night. Love you guys.
Bye.